Protecting my peace for so long, a little too good, now I'm solo. Watching reruns of the same shows. Almost every party I'm a no-show. Even with green lights I don't go. Never been sure, no I don't know. How does everybody else let go of the egos? Don't go out nearly as much as I should. Barely know the way around my neighborhood. I'm ruminating, I feel no good. Not living life like I know I could.
Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nicole and this is That So Nicole. If you are new to my channel, I vlog everything travel, lifestyle, and career. My career is a flight attendant with a US major airline. If you're interested in any of those that I just mentioned, just stick around and I'm sure that you'll love it here. So let's just jump right into the video because I do not want to make this too long and y'all know I can get a little chatty. This is going to be a little different than my normal videos that I post because this is just going to be a sit down and chit chat basically to talk about what exactly is happening right now. As y'all can see, I'm in regular clothes, so obviously this is not a flight attendant work vlog, but this is definitely a flight attendant chit chat because I want to talk about what's going on. Okay, so today is Sunday. I am putting this out today and it's Sunday, July 21st, and so I'm just gonna take it back to July 19th, Friday. Now if you've been sleeping under a rock the last couple of days, baby, stick around because yeah, I'm about to fill you in on what's been happening. So on Friday, I woke up with the rest of the world who woke up on Friday to find out that there was a major IT global outage. Now, the IT outage had to do with Microsoft, and any company that used Microsoft to communicate or do business or whatever the case may be, whoever used Microsoft, they were impacted by the outage. The airlines in particular were affected by the outage. Therefore, we, the airline employees who work for the certain airlines that were affected, they were notified as soon as possible, and then that's what started the chaos. So I'm just speaking on my point of view. A lot of other industries were impacted by this outage, but I can only speak from my own personal experience and my knowledge from the industry that I work in, and so that's what I'll be doing. So Friday, when we got notice, we were notified via email, and then I think they did send out a text, but basically letting us know that there was an outage. To me, when I got the message, I didn't think anything of it because we get outages all the time, so I was like, oh, it'll be fixed or whatever, you know. But lo and behold, to my surprise, here we are on Sunday, and baby, everybody's still feeling the effects of it. So yeah, it definitely wasn't a small outage. This was a major IT outage that has basically affected every single thing when it comes to the operations of aviation. So from our towers to our pilots to the flight attendants to the people who work in the airport, the agents, to the people who work below the wing, which are the rampers, to the people who work from home, communication, anybody that is dealing with operating the operations of the airport and airplanes, we all were affected by it or are affected by it. And so Friday I was scheduled to work and I got ready like a normal day, got to work, signed in on time, only to find out that my flight canceled. My flight canceled before I even signed in, but I didn't know until like I looked at one of my apps and saw that my flight was canceled. So again, it didn't really hit me how serious this was until I went to the lounge, and because my flight canceled, I was like, okay, well, I know that crew scheduling will call me to update on what I need to do next because I'm already signed in. I'm there for work. So I know they were going to use me, especially since we were in IROPS, irregular operations. Well, I sat in that lounge for 4 hours before crew scheduling, realized that the flight had canceled and they needed to update. So for 4 hours, the system thought that I was in the air, like me and the crew were in the air and we were flying, when in fact we were not, because the flight had canceled. So yeah, so lo and behold, I got my situation worked out. I was pay protected and I went home because they didn't use me, surprisingly, even though we were in the regular operations. It was crazy. I really was prepared to like work because I just knew that they were going to use me. But anyways, I was scheduled off this weekend because I had a wedding to attend. And unfortunately, I did not make that wedding because on Friday, when stuff started, like each hour, it became worse and worse and worse, to the point where the company that I work for, they sent out an email and said all non-revenue travel is now embargo. Basically, they were prohibiting aviation people who non-rev, which is basically non-revenue, that's how we get to fly on our benefits without, having to pay little to nothing. All of that was embargo, basically letting us know if you don't have to work, don't come to the airport. If you're trying to travel for leisure, don't think about it because it's not happening for us. Because at that point, their number one priority was basically getting these paying passengers to their destinations, because everything was up in a roar. Flights were being canceled left and right, delays galore. I mean, thousands of flights on Friday, I believe. It's up to hundreds today, but yeah, it was definitely chaos. So yeah, they sent out a mass email to all employees, do not non-rev this weekend because you're not going to. And they prohibited it. I think they lifted it just a little bit, but that's for people to commute to and from work. And even if I feel like as an employee, even if you thought you were going to make your flight some way, I don't know how, I feel like that was, I don't know. I just feel like that, like you were playing yourself, because why would you think that you were going to make a flight, like all seats are going to be filled from the front to the back, because thousands of passengers are misplaced at this point. So yeah, that is basically what happened, the start of the chaos on Friday, and it is now Sunday and things are still chaotic. Basically, like I said, I was off this weekend because I requested it off because I had a wedding to go to. Unfortunately, I did not make that wedding. Even though I booked the jump seat as a flight attendant, I can travel to and from whatever destination by sitting in our flight attendant jump seat. However, I woke up on Saturday, saw that they canceled my jump seat. Meaning, if I were to try to fly to said destination, I had no way of getting back home. So that was just a definite, unfortunate situation. I didn't make the wedding. And so I basically had Saturday and Sunday off, and I just watched, I was just watching from home, like flight attendant friends who were out and about working the skies and the airports, like how chaotic it was. Like, people are stuck at their destinations. Like if they were on layovers, they're stuck. People who had 3-day trips that turned quickly into 4, 5, 6-day trips because there was no way to communicate to crew accommodations or crew tracking, which is one of our resources, who basically helps us get to our layovers, helps us get our transportation, helps us with trip situations, things like that. The whole time to get in touch with these people are hours. Like, people said they've been on the phone for 4, 5, 6 hours on hold trying to get in touch with these people, like the people that are supposed to be there for us. And unfortunately, because of the chaos that's happening right now, like, it's just, they're not getting in touch with people. And so people are stuck. Like, when I say people, like flight attendants are stuck, pilots are stuck in places. And there are people, flight attendants and pilots, who are lost in the system, meaning the system thinks that, for instance, Friday, like I said, the system thought that I was in the air flying before 4 hours came about, before the system caught up to realize the flight that they thought that I was flying was canceled 4 hours prior. So that outage, the Microsoft outage that happened on Friday, literally just threw the whole system off. And it's just been crazy. So I've just been, sitting at home trying to figure out like what is gonna happen, because in the 3 years that I've been flying, never experienced anything like this. And I just feel bad for my coworkers who are out there right now, like in the trenches, like experiencing this. I'm scheduled to work tomorrow on my reserve days. I have yet to be called, but I know like they're gonna call me. I just don't know when, and I don't know like what they're gonna do with me. So I'm just trying to mentally prepare for that. It's just like a crazy situation right now for everybody in the aviation industry, because like there's not an ETA on when this will be fixed. And on top of that, it not only affects like the aviation people, but also the passengers who were relying on these airlines to get them to and from their destination. Now they're stuck trying to figure out what to do. The airlines are obviously trying to rectify the situation, but they can only do so much in so much time, on top of relying on this software that's supposed to be reliable, and it just failed. So I just, I'm making this video just to send out well wishes to the people that are out there who are experiencing this, like right now, especially my flight attendant bays. Like, trust me, I feel y'all. I'm with y'all. On Friday, it really didn't hit me until I got home, and I was like, what is happening? And then Saturday came about, and I saw like stuff, like people were lost. Flight attendants are lost in the system. Like, they're lost. Like, the hotels that we usually stay at for layovers, because flight attendants, pilots, they can't get in touch with the correct people to give us accommodations for work, they're coming out of their pockets paying for hotels, $300, $400 a night. Like, that's insane. I think about the new hire flight attendants who this is their first summer flying, and maybe they don't have the necessary funds, because on your first year pay, I mean, everybody knows in the industry, like, your first year pay, like, it's first year pay, okay? You're not gonna be out here spending $400, $500 a night on a hotel room. That's just not happening. But I just am sending my well wishes to everybody right now, because I feel it, and it's crazy. And then on top of that, it's like the uncertainty. Like, you don't know what to expect. Like, they keep saying, things are gonna, they're working on stuff, and, to just be patient. And the company has been calling everybody to try to come in and help. And it's like, people are wanting to work. Like, let's say people that are sitting at home, like that were off maybe this weekend, that are willing to help. Like, they're putting in requests to work trips. But again, the system has not caught up. So these people that are putting in requests to work, they're not even getting called to work, because the system is still backed up. It's just it's crazy times. But yeah, so I just wanted to get on the camera today, because this is just something new for me. Even though I've been flying, this will be my 3rd year flying, I've never experienced IROPS, which is irregular operations. I've never experienced something this bad. And when I say it's bad, like, it's bad. Like, when it hit me, it just took me back to like what happened 4 years ago with the world. Y'all know what I'm talking about, where like the world literally shut down. Fortunately, this situation is not as big of an impact as it was 4 years ago, but it definitely is putting a halt and a dagger in a lot of the ways certain industries operate, i.e. aviation. If I know I saw news reports of the hospitals, like some hospitals couldn't even perform surgeries because I guess they use the software that crashed too. And I was like, could you imagine like the hospitals? That's life or death. Oh my gosh. But the banks, your money, the banks could not operate. That's your money. Yeah, so it's just crazy. Like, it's just crazy times, and I'm just taking it in one day at a time, 1 hour, 1 minute at a time, like just trying to figure out like what is happening right now, because it is crazy. But I just want to say to like my flight attendants that are out there that watch my videos, and even people that watch my videos that fly, just, have a little bit more compassion for the people that are working in the industry, and also for my people that work in the industry. Just rely on one another, like rely on your crewmate. If you need to let a scream out, baby, go let a scream out. If you need to let a tear drop, go let a tear drop, because I understand it's frustrating right now. It's frustrating times. And like I said, I go to work tomorrow. I don't know what they're going to do with me, but I'm just trying to mentally prepare. So I just want to send my prayers out to everybody, my blessings out to everybody. Know that there is a light at the end of this tunnel. We just got to get through this time right now. And yeah, we're going to get through it. But I'm here if you need to talk. You need to message me. You need to, whatever you need. I'm your fellow crew member that is here for you. Just know that I'll try to help as much as I can, but I feel it. And for those who are not in the industry, or your industry was not impacted by this, I just want to let you all know to have a little bit of compassion for these people, us people that are being affected by the outage. If you are a friend or a family member and you don't really understand what's happening because you're on the outside, just be a little bit nicer, okay? Just have a little bit more compassion. Just know that it's affecting livelihood. And if you've ever been affected, if your livelihood has ever been affected by anything, like your livelihood was knocked off of its regular, ordinary, routine, then you should have some type of understanding. Even if you're not in this industry, you should have some type of understanding and compassion. So, yeah, just words of encouragement for my people out there. Know you're in my thoughts, know you're in my prayers, and I'm right there with you. So, with that being said, sorry this wasn't a regular video. Sorry this wasn't, up and jolly and we're out and about on a layover or something like that. But this is what's happening right now. This is the climate that we're in. So, yeah, just be safe, fly safe if you're out there, and just know you're on my mind. See y'all in the next one. Bye.